So I'm Tiffany Taylor, and I wanted to do something fun for my kids, and I also wanted to share it with everyone else because I think that people should have more things that they can do for free and not have to worry about how much they're going to have to pay for it. So I made them a transformer out of paper. I'm going to give you some quick instructions on how to use this, and then I'm going to cut it out and we're going to put the thing together. So first of all, I'd like to show you the paper. This is the layout, and it's available on the website I'm going to list, and this is the body here. This is a little extension part. Here you see the arms, here's the legs, head. But what I really want to show you about this is that I've got it laid out so that everywhere where there's dots is a place to cut out. So here's some of the things you'll need. An X-Acto knife for one. You cut along all these dotted lines, including the circles. If you're going to do this for kids, it's not easy enough for a kid to cut this out. So if you're a parent and you need to have it cut out, you need to probably do that part of it. Then when you're all done, you could have them paint it to look like whatever they want. You also need a couple of toothpicks, some tape, some glue, and some scissors. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is start cutting it out. Okay. So this little part right here, these squares, you're going to need to cut those out. But I want to show you some of these shorter lines. Right here, you only want to go to where the dotted lines are. You don't want to go any further than that. Also, on this other side, try not to cut into the other lines that you have here. Otherwise, your tabs won't fit in the slots. So don't cut all the way off the sheet either, or it won't work. Okay, so now I got to show you how to fold this thing. I would fold it with the pictures out. This is going to be a cube. So you fold right along where all of the straight undotted lines are. So solid lines. Just fold it into a box. These tabs go on the outside. If you have any trouble, use an X-Acto knife to pop open the tab. Okay, so this is the body. Down here is for the feet, up here is for the arms, up here is for the head. And I'll show you how to attach those in a minute. Okay, the head is the hardest thing to do. So you fold these over first, and you fold along these solid lines. This tab should go out. You'll probably have to use your X-Acto knife to get the little tabs in where they go. Then you fold along these two solid lines here. Bend this over. This tab goes right here. Okay. You should have a shape that looks a little like this. And then you put these tabs in here. When you're all done, it could either be a hat, or you could turn it around and put the eyes here. So that's the head. These are the legs. And you fold along this line here. This is the only solid line that you cut a little tiny bit of. That line there. Don't bend along these thick lines here. And this line here. Bend your tabs over. Now, this is a tab here. You have to pop it out, and there isn't a line on this side, so you'll have to make your own slit. These are the arms. Fold it here, fold it here, and fold it here. Okay, there's one arm. That's what it should look like when it's all done. Just do that the same way for the other arm. We're going to wait to do these other parts because they go to the other side. Now you need these adapters. These adapters actually aren't my own idea. I got these from somebody else. What you do is you bend two sides down and the other two sides up. Curl the ends around. And these are going to be our joints. So if we start with the head, you put an adapter right through this hole right here. It'll look like that on one side, and then you unfold these on the other side. This is what's going to make the head spin. This is when you need your glue. And you match the head up with the corners. I would also put a little bit of glue right on top of these joints because they aren't supposed to move. And do that again for the arms. Might have got a little wild and crazy with the glue. Okay, now this should go on the right way. The front of the foot should go towards the blank spot. So you just put those 2 tabs into those slots. You want to glue these down so they don't go anywhere. Okay, now the outside of the body is done. Don't glue down these 3 tabs because they're meant to move. Okay, so now he's a transformer, so we're going to make the other side. It may be hard to see, but this part is actually got dots on it. You just want to make a little hole. Not very big at all. With this one, you want to fold it in so that the picture is facing this way and the tabs are also facing this way. And just bend the tabs over. Then you need a piece of tape. You want to try and get these as flat as possible. You look kind of like that, then you just cut the extra tape off with your scissors. Then you take your robot, unfold the tabs, and fold them the other way. Bend the bottom of his feet down for it to fit. Down is important so that when he stands up, he still stays balanced. Turn it all the way around, and then put the tabs back in. You have some little squares that you cut out. This is where you want to stick the toothpicks through. You take the tire and you push it on just enough till it's tight. You really don't want it spinning around on the toothpick too much because the holes in the body are big enough for the whole toothpick to turn. And leave some space between the body and the tires. Like that. Now there's not a whole lot of traction on the table, but these do spin. Probably work better on like carpet. Okay. Now you need these three things here. These are to cover up these spots here and keep the tabs from moving around. So you want to glue this little tabs right on top. Like that. You may want to open it up and move the arms and head around just so that they don't get stuck while you're gluing it. Okay. Next is an adapter I built. Now this one's kind of difficult. You have to cut just to that line there. And you want to be really careful not to quite cut into this fold right here. Okay. So you fold the tabs down. And this one that you've cut a slit in, you fold it the opposite way. There's also a slit over here. Be careful this slit doesn't touch these slits. And you just fold along all of these straight lines. Now when you're looking at it like this, there's only one tab that's folded the opposite way. The rest of them you fold around like a box and put these two tabs together. Put this piece against the body and fold it out. This piece against the body and fold it out. Take a little bit of glue and glue it to the body with that flap down. Okay. To put this in, you fold one of the flaps down and stick it right through this hole. And then you can glue it in place. There should be one flap on one side, and then you unfold the flap on the other side and glue it down as well. It'll look like that. All right, last piece. Okay, for this piece, fold on this line. And this one. That one. Okay. You want to leave one of these tabs unglued. The one that you want unglued is this one that's farthest away from the hole. Remember, don't glue this one. It should stay available to open. When you have the robot like this, it hides his head and his feet. But when you turn him around this way, do two sides, and he's like a box with an open lid. It's the perfect place to put these tires. Then, the reason this has a lid is because it's the perfect place to put his axles. This could be a ladder for a fire truck or whatever you need, but this is how he goes together. Then to transform him, you just turn him around, pull out his tires, then you can paint a little face on him or make him look like a car, put some stickers on him, and you've got a transforming robot.